Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of WordPress with Groves Prof. What we're going to do today is talk about links on posts and also talk about the difference between links and embedding. So I've set up a very simple post here. Let's say link, I'll give it a meaningful title, Reuters reports, or I'll say Ukraine wants to join NATO. Linking is very important for links are the currency of the web. You want to make sure that you are connecting to other people on the web, connecting to your evidence. It helps build your credibility. And it also highlights to other sites that says, hey, here's somebody who might be interested in the same thing that I am. So by linking to them, they see who's linking to them, and they may link back to you. So it's a way to help build your network. In the old days, before there was social media, blogs, what they would do is connect to one another if they were like-minded blogs on a similar topic. And that was a way they could build their network pretty quickly. You may have heard the term blog roll. That's where that term came from. Was these blogging communities that would crop up and everybody would write about similar topics, and you had an instant readership. It was a way to find some people. So today what we're going to do, one of the things that I'm going to do here is have a sentence. So I can say Ukraine wants to join NATO as Russian troops continue incursions into the country. Yes, I know it's not the world's greatest sentence. But one of the things, let's see, according to Reuters, you always want to source your information and give credit where credit is due. That's good. So say I've been reading this article and I'm like, oh, I really like this article. It tells me a lot of information. This is the kind of thing that I'm looking for. When you have an article, the thing you have to do is look up here to what's called the URL, and that's called the Uniform Resource Locator. Every file on the internet has a unique location on a given server. So what this long thing is telling us is where can we find this on the Reuters server? And each one of these little spots is a folder. So we're going deeper and deeper into the server until we find a particular file which has this long name. And that's going to help us connect to that given file and bring it to our computer. So in order to link to it, we have to copy that entire name. So you can either use the menu for copying, edit copy. You can use your shortcut, which is Control-C or Command-C on your Mac. Or you can Control-click on a Mac or right-click on a PC. And what you'll want to do is copy it. And then what we'll want to do is we want to highlight the words we want to link. If you notice in your WordPress, when you get to the part about inserting and editing a link, if I click on it, it's grayed out. I can't do anything. That's because we haven't highlighted any words. So what you want to do, the best thing to do for creating a link, is highlighting probably about 3 to 5 words that you want to link. And you want them to be the kind of thing that somebody would want to click on. So in this case, I could either highlight according to Reuters, and notice now my link goes live. See the difference in the color scheme when I highlight words? Or I can say Ukraine wants to join NATO. And that would also be useful. Either one of those would be good choices. You do not want to link the entire sentence. Big blocks of text for linking are a bit ugly and a bit unwieldy. You may even want to just do wants to join NATO. I would probably include Ukraine because that helps you with search engine optimization when it includes your phrases. Because one of the things that Google looks at is if you've linked something, that means something is valuable. It also helps out Reuters because they're seeing, oh, here's this site that has linked to a story about Ukraine. When someone searches on it, here's one, how many people have linked to a given story. This must be something of value. So that's why it's really important when you're linking to items. So in this case, I'm going to highlight all those words. going to insert link, and then I get this window. So if you've cut and pasted correctly, you can either hit Command V, which is what I'm going to do, then your title. This is something that you want to say something about the link. So I'm going to say Ukraine wants to join NATO. This doesn't actually show up anywhere on the page. This is behind the scenes. It's in your HTML. It's valuable because it's actually providing more information about the link. And that way, it gives you a little bit of a bonus for SEO purposes. So it's good to include. And a good rule of thumb is if you are linking to pages or posts within your own site, you don't want it to pop up in a new window or tab. If you're sending people away from your site, you do want it to pop up in a new window or tab. So we're going to click on that this time. Then we add the link, and voila, you've created a link that is live and working. As with anything that you create, you want to test it and test it in the preview window. This is what it's going to look like to your viewers. So I can click on it and watch the tabs. You see I get a brand new tab. It pops up, and there it is. Yay! So our tab works in that. So that's wonderful. That's great. Okay, so let me close that. Let me go back to my post. Now the other thing, sometimes when you have multimedia items, we want to, you'll add a video, and what a lot of beginning designers will do is they will link to a video, and that's perfectly useful and helpful. But what's even better is when you can embed a video, and that actually puts the thing on your post, and people can play it from your post. So I've highlighted this, and what I want to do is I want to embed this. Now, WordPress makes this very easy to do. There are a couple of different ways to do it. One, you can actually get the code by clicking on embed on any YouTube video. So I can click on embed, I could copy all this and actually put it in the HTML. In this case, I'm just going to grab the address because that's something that's easier. That's something we already know how to do. So if I go back, now what I want to do differently is I don't want to use the link item. I want to use the add media item. And what I'm going to do is insert from a URL. And I'm going to paste that. You notice, see, I get the video. And then I'm going to, this is a title. So I'm going to insert that into the post. And you'll notice you get this weird thing. It's like, wait a minute, I don't see the video. I don't see what it looks like. Notice the brackets. With HTML, you get something that usually looks like this, right? You get those kind of brackets. With this, we're getting these square brackets. That is WordPress talking to itself. So that's WordPress's special codes, which are called shortcodes. So WordPress can interpret this and say, oh, this is a YouTube video. This is the link to the YouTube video. I'm going to size it appropriately. So if we preview it, bingo, we get that nice video, and it's embeddable, and now it's playable on our own site, and we are good to go. So now you know how to create a link, and you know how to embed some multimedia. Other sites that work really well with WordPress are SoundCloud. So if you want to embed MP3s or podcasts, you can do that here. You can also embed from Google Maps, which is very helpful to do. So those are a couple of things that you can do. So that's links on WordPress and a little bit about embedding. As always, if you have any questions, you can always buzz me and find me on Twitter @GrovesProf. And I'll see you on our next video. Thanks so much.